Gabriel, talk to me about today's match.
Oh, that was crazy. I've never actually experienced that sort of atmosphere at a game before. It's absolutely electric.
I have been extremely invested in the projects that the Shetty trio of Rakshit, Raj and Rishab produce as writers, directors and actors from the Kannada film industry. With Raj Shetty delivering with GGVV last year and Rakshit delivering an emotional ride with 777 Charlie, we have Rishab Shetty this time, who is the writer and director and is in the lead role of the film Kantara. A film that had me stoked ever since its trailer dropped, but also bummed me out because it had such limited shows across India, promising a tale of feuds and brawls between those connected with the soil and those that abuse their authority, all designed with the attempt to focus on themes of folklore deeply rooted in regions of Mangalore, Udupi and the lying regions of the Tulu Nadu region. I had to do a lot of research before stepping in for this film because it is so personal and specific to the people and folklore it sheds light upon. Focusing on events such as the Kambala Festival, an annual buffalo racing event held across states, especially in the Mangalore regions, and the traditional Bhuta Kala, another cultural festival where idols representing Bhutas are taken in the procession of drums and beating of crackers. The film is essentially expanding upon a tale of conflict between man and nature, themes that are universal, but with themes that are deeply connected with the people from the coastal regions of Karnataka. Set in the fictional village of Dakshin Kannada, the story commences in the era of the 19th century when a king goes seeking for solace and inner peace. When one understands that the land entails this deep connection with its demigod and its protective aura with the land, the generational relationships and sacred nature to the Mother Earth gets beautifully explored. Years later, the land becomes a point of contention for some people, but their belief towards the guardian angels and the gods is so strong that they are convinced that they will be protected. A face-off commences between villagers who dwell in the forest and forest encroachment officers and vengeful landlords. The beautiful concoction of folklore, belief and a film mounted as a contemporary clash of worlds really had me at the edge of my seat, especially because it provided such a unique viewing experience. A film that cannot be even categorized as a particular genre, and I slowly and steadily got obsessed with Rishab Shetty's vision and execution. I wondered why I was so drawn into this film, and I realized that one of the most striking and enchanting qualities about this movie is that it's shot in real locations. A film that depends on folklore and traditional elements that would presumably require many sequences of special effects is so devoid of becoming dependent on digitally enhancing scenes, making the mysticism and eerie nature of what the land entails even more frightening. A power unknown to skeptics becomes even more terrifying when it's prevalent but not constantly in your face. And the atmosphere created by Arvind Kashyap, the cinematographer, guides this strong emotion along with you. Whether it be the beautiful introduction of how the belief of the village folk has become so strong, the insane Kambala festival and Rishab Shetty actually physically carrying out the buffalo race, so complex and difficult to master in a short span of time, one gets absolutely blown away by the dedication of the creator to be the character of Shiva, both emotionally and physically, rather than depend on body doubles or cheating with edit tricks. One feels like a part of the village, and Rishab Shetty's characters and world building really makes one feel the same. What I absolutely loved about this movie is that it is deeply rooted in its sensibilities of the region. It still has been presented with a commercial tone, not absolutely alienating the viewer who needs context for every conversation. Neither does it dumb down regular conversations, assuming its themes are too complex for the regular folk. Its comedic touches are also understated rather than catering to slapstick comedy, which easily transitions to be the case for some commercial Kannada projects. You've got the gang of misfits that tag along with Shiva, each having a distinct personality who account for hilarious scenes in the film. Whether it be Bulla taking the form of Nandi, the brute force to be reckoned with whenever the gang is in trouble, the aged and horny Rampa constantly being drawn towards women. No one's funnier than Deepak Rai Paranje, though, as Sundara, constantly being beaten up for just voicing his opinion and standing up for what is right. These band of misfits provide a really unique and engaging texture to the film. I personally was even invested in the romantic storyline as it presented a female character who wouldn't think twice before stating her stake in the matter. While I did feel uncomfortable in the constant obsession to focus on the midriff of the heroine and the hero spying on her taking a bath passed off as a regular montage of romance during a song, it's something that genuinely triggers a lot of women when they are spied on, believing that this is a private space. That aside, the overall progression of the relationship and how they stand up for one another is skillfully etched out. It is, however, in the details that Rishab really shines as a writer, not only exploring a contemporary theme of how villagers born and brought up in a land come at loggerheads with officials who are sticklers for rules, but seamlessly explores themes beyond the realm of the known. Energies that we cannot explain but are seen and felt by all of us. The music by B. Ajanish Loknath, as most people told me, has the flavor of the Tulu Nadu region that really lends a beautiful authenticity to the film. The Bhutakala song and the Rebel song are great additions, but my ultimate favorite has to be Varsha Rupa Devam, as it provides the most exhilarating moments from the album. He, with great detail and subtlety, also sheds light on the dynamics of the caste system and how one gets accustomed to it being the way of life, communicated through either the way one sits in an establishment on the floor versus a dining table, or whether it be also entering one's house or not. What would on paper seem like an abundance of themes tough to explore, Rishab just has a way of it coming across as organic and in no way overbearing to the main plot. The main feud between Rishab and Kishore, with a direct influence with Achyut Kumar's character, the respected landlord of the village, takes center stage, and the combative nature of this feud really takes the shape of some of the most intense and dramatic sequences in the film. There was a thread going on about how the Kannada film industry really has mastered the art of designing the climax, and while 777 Charlie delivered an emotional one, Vikrant Rona a more skillful one from a cinematography and choreography standpoint, the climax in the case of Kantara will send shivers down your spine. It's a sight to witness on the big screen, and the magnetic performance of Rishab Shetty and the sheer conviction he had with this vision comes to light, and in such fine form that I could not help myself but clap in a packed theatre. The lack of shows across India makes me want to almost do at least one full show for fans in an IMAX theatre, because that's how exhilarating it truly is and deserves to be appreciated. Let's see if that can materialize next weekend, because the film deserves all the love, as it's easily one of my favorite films from this year from Indian cinema. And that was a video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about Kantara. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.